Hi there, I'm Justin Pritchard, and in today's video, the Chevy Camaro SS. For its 6th generation, Camaro rides a new platform, which makes it more precise, powerful, smarter, lighter, and faster. This old-school American sports car is more modern than ever. All right, kids, this is a big, simple, and highly effective small block V8, 6.2 liters displacement, horsepower and torque pegged evenly at 455 apiece. That is connected to the optional sports exhaust system with special flaps in the mufflers that let you control when and how much of the sound of that engine that you're going to share with the world around you. And I've got the big Brembo brakes and GM's fantastic magnetic ride control suspension system. Put it all together, and what have you got? Well, some authentically pleasing performance and one of the best ways going to spend your sports car dollar. Let's go. Driving a quiet car is cool and all, but have you heard the Camaro's sports exhaust? Oh, that sound makes me need an adult. Whoever is responsible for it deserves a raise. It'll do quiet if you like, but open it up and it's pure NASCAR. Audible for a mile, and at high revs with your boot down, you can literally hear the air being blown to bits by the pulsation from those tailpipes. It communicates in no uncertain terms that you're at the wheel of something serious. Ditto the steering, which is gorgeously dialed in. Sportier drive modes engage a fast, heavy, and precise feel of the steering wheel where just a little tightening of the muscles in one side of your hand or the other changes direction. There's virtually no slack. The ratio is quick and aggressive, and you grin at the sensation of directing this car around corners with just tiny little inputs. I usually expect steering this eager and precise in much pricier machines. It's a steering perfectly paired with the magnetic ride control suspension, which uses some trick technology to actively neutralize unwanted body motions. Hit a bump or dip and it's up, down, done. No rebound, no flubbering around, no shockwave through the chassis, no drama. It's just so much tidier, and this means that even driven hard, Camaro spends much more time settled on its wheels, which makes you feel more comfortable and more supported for high-speed motoring. It's a slick bit of optional tech, and I'm saying it's a must-have. You'll appreciate how good it is every time you drive, and magnetic ride control might be the most valuable item in Camaro's performance toolkit. As big Brembos tend to, these massive brakes lack a bit of precision at the pedal until you're deep into it. They feel the most precise and willing when they're hot and working hard, and there, the stopping power is consistent and fierce and nicely matched to the rest of the capabilities on offer. And the acceleration? Well. Do be careful though, it is very fast, and thanks to the noise and how nicely this engine breathes at high revs, it's also very easy to get carried away with, and your friendly neighborhood traffic cop will hear you coming. So far, a delicious recipe for performance, a big beautiful V8 with a big proper sound, great steering, great handling that's very tidy and sticky without tossing you around like a dull Greek salad kit, and good brakes that work best when you're using them hard. And I'll get sour emails for saying this, but the automatic transmission is pretty darn good too, despite missing that third pedal. You can get a 6-speed stick. It'll be slower and harder on fuel, and though this 8-speed automatic isn't a favorite with enthusiasts, it's a good bit of hardware, smooth and invisible when you drive gently, and capable of fast, nicely rev-matched shifts when you drive it hard and use the paddles. At high revs under heavy throttle, the engine even cuts out for a split second to help it shift more smoothly and more quickly. That's GM's way of saying they care. And if you want to relax, just punch in Tour Mode from the selector. Here, the Camaro is quieter, softer, more easygoing, a comfy muscle cruiser instead of a rocket-propelled plaything as you see in Sport or Track Mode. This little switch changes the calibration of numerous Camaro subsystems and gives you access to an experience that's as mild or wild as you like. And so in all aspects of putting on a hell of a show for the driver, this one impresses. If you're wondering, the Mustang GT is also really worth a test drive. Its 5-liter V8 is an absolute class act, and the car feels a little smaller, lighter, and friskier at your fingertips. The Challenger feels the opposite, bigger and heavier, but charming in its own grab-it-by-the-scruff sort of way. You've got choices in this segment depending on what you want, and you're best to drive them all. But the Camaro isn't perfect. The cabin looks nice, it's a significant upgrade over earlier models and rocks a tidy and techy look. Great instrumentation with a fully customizable driver computer, a nice central touchscreen interface, and a minimalistic approach to buttons and dials via the world's thinnest climate control console, which even uses the vent trim rings to set the temperature. There are nice materials in many of the right places and some sophisticated looking design elements too. But it could do with a few improvements. There's little room to keep my things. Beyond the two cup holders, I've got this clumsy center console that's too shallow, two door pockets that are too small and oddly shaped to hold anything much securely, and no console storage bin up here by the shifter where usually there is one. You can put things in this area, but if you touch the throttle, they'll wind up in the back seat. I don't even have a place for my phone, not even on this wireless phone charging pad, which is inconveniently located back here for some reason, but that's okay since my Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge doesn't fit anyways. Also, the window belt line is at neck height. The instrument cluster cowl comes up to my chin, and though you've got comfy Recaros that are grippy without overdoing it, you're also sitting an inch off the floor, and there's limited headroom available if that's not your thing. In all, you feel a bit like you're getting into a deep hole, and it takes a bit of getting used to. Sometimes design and functionality don't always play together nicely. A few random final notes. The headlights are excellent if you'll be out and about after dark. Plenty of light available, spread far and wide and brightly. The trunk is big enough, but everything has to pass through a small opening, and these F1 tires are as sticky as warmed gummy bears, but grip falls off fast when it gets cool out, and they are fairly noisy on certain surfaces. Sometimes there's a price to be paid for this much fun, after all, and here that price is dealing with a somewhat compromised cabin and about 61,000 Canadian dollars as tested, and for that, it is a whole lot of fun. Thanks for watching.